Hello everyone, this is Hand of Fate, and it's an independent game, developed game that I discovered, and it's very, very intriguing. I guess, plot of the game kind of explains itself as we go along, so we're going to go ahead and get right into it.
One more for the game. Come, sit. You have passed the 13 gates. And you come to my table to play the game of life and death. Your stake is wagered. I refuse none who come here. Yet, I say, turn back. The game begins. One lives and one dies. Let us see what you are made of. Here is the first member of my court, the Jack of Dust. 12 in all must fall before you may challenge me.
One of this part is kind of a tutorial, and it really reveals a lot of the plot. I'm going to go ahead and kind of read each story aspect as we go through. Jack of Dust. Bandit leader is stronger and faster than most bandits encountered. He can become enraged, making powerful, unblockable attacks. He also inspires his followers to steal gold on each hit. In the ruins of an ancient temple, among the internally shifting sand dunes, lives the mysterious leader of the desert bandits, infamous for his reign of terror over any spice caravans that dare take their chances traveling through his domain. He rules as a king over the barren lands.
Let the cards fall where they may.
The animation
We
is
begin.
The animation is also very pretty, if you ask me. I don't know if you can tell, but the gold token, that's me. I start off here, and then I select the next card to go to.
I was never a fan of illusion or pretense. Here, I'll make an exception.
And each card has an effect on it. Whilst enjoying your evening meal at the local tavern, a strange old man takes the seat next to yours. He taps your shoulder quite painfully with his wooden staff to get your attention. And you notice that he appears to be a goblin, poorly disguised as a human. His wizened face grins at you with a hint of madness. My name is Master Lionel. If you give me what I need, boy, I will conjure up your heart's desire with this whistling wand of my own creation. He cackles uncontrollably for a few moments, and sits patiently waiting for your answer. Ask him what he needs. I need to help you. Master Lionel taps a staff on the ground and a shield materializes at your feet. There you go, old bean. He smiles a warm grin that reveals all his chipped and yellow teeth. Your face reminds me of my son. I haven't met you before, have I? So now I have a shield that enables me to protect myself against projectiles. It also enables me to counter enemies' attack.
You can now reflect your opponent's ranged attacks using your shield. Make good use of this skill if you wish to survive.
Then before you can stop him, with inhuman speed, he snatches a pickled onion off your plate and springs out the tavern door.
That first moment, that glinting weapon, the call to action, to adventure. Truly, there is nothing like it.
You see a weapon glinting in the sunlight lying next to a skeleton at the bottom of the can. Or something flying down to retrieve it. And then this is how you decide your chances.
Choose from these options.
And it's not entirely random. If you keep a close eye on the different cards, you're actually able to increase your odds. Yes, I'm going to equip it.
A moment to savor. That will make you much more effective.
One day in a shady forest you encounter an elf maiden. She stops to greet you. I am Marith of the Forest Folk. My people have long helped the mortals of this realm. What boon would you ask of me? Then I ask for supplies. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but each time I take a step, it removes one food from my inventory. Once I run out of food, I then slowly start to starve to death. This bread will sustain you for many days. And I get 2.
I'm sure you're
cards.
grateful for that.
The elders of our kind often say that we must retread paths we once took in order to gain an advantage of the present. Farewell, mortal.
Bound once more, seeking the heart of it all.
The reason why they get the turn back option is so I can continue exploring the rest of the cards.
You're on the final floor of our simple map. Your opponent waits here for you. Find him. If you defeat me, well, it is early to be talking about victories and losses. Let us see what you're made of.
Suddenly a tree falls across your path, blocking the way ahead. The dealer draws you one monster card. Of course I'm going to attack. You shout a battle cry and raise your weapon. That gives me my shield. Now I have my sword.
You can now counter your opponent's attacks. Hit the counter button when you see the flashing indicator.
The combat is very similar to the Arkham style, which I love. Get equipment.
A classical approach to dealing with crowds. Artifacts provide powerful special abilities to use in combat, but it takes time to ready them. I'm sure it's not called Dead Man's Gorge without reason.
While crossing the ancient rope bridges of Dead Man's Gorge, you hear sounds of movement. It's an ambush. That was my artifact, which basically enables me to use a special ability. However, it takes time for it to be able to recharge. More equipment.
A peasant's weapon, but effective nonetheless.
This is the shops throughout the game. There's 3 different types of shops. Sad thing is that
If you were wondering why you've been collecting all that gold, you now have your answer. We're starting to get into the meat of the game now. the back and forth between resources and rewards.
Might as well.
A small aid to navigation, but still.
Unfortunately, your equipment doesn't carry over to the next level, as you'll soon see.
You have reached my first champion. A good man driven to madness by a war that took all from him. Wife and child, kith and kin. From such dark and brittle iron I forge my tools. Now we see your metal.
If you notice on the bottom, it gives me a that token symbol on the bottom of the Jack of Dust gives me tokens which unlock new cards, which I can then put into the deck to make new encounters, kind of reveal more of the lore, background of the story, I guess.
Some enemy attacks cannot be blocked or countered. Get out of the way or stop them with your own counters. Down into the worms with him. Perhaps there is peace for him in the grave, poor soul. One champion has been sent to the cabinet. Yet we are only at the start of our road. You will face 11 more opponents who will test your strength, your memories, and your resolve. Few fall at the first hurdle. None reach the last. We have wagered, and you have won. You may claim your rewards, yet I will also claim mine. As you improve, so do I. Balance must be retained.
I'm gonna call him the card dealer for now, because I forget what his name is, but he's a very intriguing character. So now that means that that's the next boss that I face, that first one, Jack of Skulls. And these are different encounter cards that I can put into the deck and receive them. And if you see the lock, that means that those have to be in the deck for the next set. These are different equipment cards. And now that's a new challenge that's going to be stuck in the deck.
Shall we deal again?